Imagine being the leader of the most powerful nation on earth. Your armies are undefeated. Your cities are rich. Your enemies fear you. You believe nothing can stop your rise. Then, one man appears. A man willing to do what no commander had ever dared. A man who crossed mountains believed to be impossible. A man who brought war elephants through snow-covered peaks. A man who came closer to destroying Rome than anyone in history. His name was Hannibal Barca. And this is the story of the military genius who nearly changed the world forever. Hannibal was born in 247 BC in Carthage. At the time, Carthage was one of the wealthiest cities in the world. Its ships dominated the seas. Its merchants traded across continents. Its influence stretched far beyond Africa. But there was a problem. A new rival was rising: Rome. The two powers had already fought one devastating war. Carthage lost. Many citizens were humiliated. Among them was Hannibal's father, Hamilcar Barca. Hamilcar hated Rome. He believed another war would come, and one day he took his young son to a sacred altar. According to ancient accounts, he made Hannibal swear an oath that would shape his entire life. Never be a friend of Rome. Never trust Rome. Never stop fighting Rome. Hannibal was only a child, but he never forgot that promise. Years later, Hannibal would do something so unbelievable that even his own soldiers thought it was suicide. As Hannibal grew older, he followed his father into military campaigns. He learned strategy, leadership, discipline, and most importantly, how to inspire men. He quickly gained a reputation for courage. He fought alongside ordinary soldiers, shared their hardships, earned their loyalty. By his 20s, many already saw him as a future leader. When his father died, Hannibal continued his mission. Eventually, he became commander of Carthage's forces in Spain. There he built an army unlike any other. His soldiers came from many cultures: Africans, Iberians, Celts, Numidians, different languages, different traditions, but Hannibal united them under one goal: defeat Rome. In 218 BC, the Second Punic War began. Most people expected another conflict at sea, but Hannibal had a different idea, a completely insane idea. Instead of attacking Rome by ship, Hannibal decided to march directly into Italy, through the Alps. The Alps were terrifying. Massive mountains, freezing temperatures, dangerous cliffs, hostile tribes. Few believed an army could cross them, yet Hannibal marched anyway. Tens of thousands of soldiers followed him, thousands of horses, and dozens of war elephants. Many people still struggled to believe it happened, but it did. The journey became a nightmare. Snowstorms struck, food ran low, mountain tribes attacked from above, men slipped from narrow paths, animals died of exhaustion, entire sections of the army disappeared. Every day became a battle for survival. Yet Hannibal refused to turn back. He pushed forward, step by step, day by day. Eventually, his army reached Italy. The cost was terrible. Many soldiers had died. Most commanders would have considered the campaign finished. Hannibal was just getting started. The Romans were shocked. Nobody expected Hannibal to appear in northern Italy, especially not after crossing the Alps. Rome immediately sent armies against him. They expected an easy victory. Instead, they suffered defeat. again and again and again. Hannibal moved faster, thought faster, adapted faster. Roman commanders found themselves constantly outmaneuvered. Every victory increased his reputation. Every defeat increased Roman fear. Soon his name became legendary. But the greatest battle was still ahead. What happened next became one of the greatest military victories in history, and one of Rome's worst nightmares. In 216 BC, Rome gathered a massive army. Some historians estimate around 80,000 soldiers. The Romans believed numbers would guarantee victory. Hannibal had fewer men, yet he had something more important: a plan. The two armies met near a place called Cannae. The Romans attacked aggressively, exactly as Hannibal expected. He deliberately allowed the center of his army to fall back. The Romans pushed forward, believing they were winning, but they were walking into a trap. As Roman soldiers advanced, Hannibal's forces surrounded them from both sides. Then cavalry attacked from behind. The Roman army became trapped. There was nowhere to escape. The result was catastrophic, one of the largest military disasters in Roman history. Ancient writers claimed tens of thousands died in a single day. The world was stunned. Rome had never experienced anything like it. Many believed Rome would collapse. Many believed Hannibal had already won. But history had other plans. After Cannae, people expected Hannibal to march directly on Rome. He didn't. Historians still debate why. Some argue he lacked equipment. Others believe his army was too exhausted. Whatever the reason, Rome survived, and survival changed everything. Instead of surrendering, Rome adapted. New armies were raised, new commanders emerged. A strategy of patience replaced reckless attacks. Rome stopped trying to destroy Hannibal in one battle. Instead, they weakened Carthage over time, slowly, relentlessly, year after year. The conflict became a test of endurance, and Rome had enormous resources. Then the war moved to Hannibal's homeland, and suddenly the hunter became the hunted. A Roman commander named Scipio developed a bold strategy. Rather than chasing Hannibal endlessly in Italy, he attacked Carthage itself. The move worked. Carthage panicked. Hannibal was recalled home. For the first time in years, he had to leave Italy. The final confrontation came in 202 BC, at the Battle of Zama. Two military geniuses faced each other, Hannibal and Scipio. The battle was fierce. Both commanders understood warfare at the highest level. But this time, fortune favored Rome. Scipio won. Carthage lost. The war was over. Rome emerged stronger than ever. Although defeated, Hannibal remained respected. Even his enemies admired him. Rome never forgot the fear he created. For years, Roman parents reportedly used his name to frighten children. Hannibal is at the gates. Those words became legendary. Yet Hannibal's life grew increasingly difficult. Political pressure followed him. Roman influence expanded. Eventually, he was forced into exile. He spent his final years moving between kingdoms, always watched, always pursued. Finally, facing capture, Hannibal chose death over surrender. The man who had terrified Rome for decades was gone, but his legend was only beginning. More than 2,000 years later, military academies still study Hannibal. Historians still debate his decisions. Commanders still admire his brilliance. He never conquered Rome. He never achieved his ultimate goal. Yet he accomplished something almost impossible. He made the most powerful nation on earth afraid. Few men in history can say the same. His army crossed mountains. His victories changed warfare. His name became immortal. Hannibal Barca, the man who nearly destroyed Rome, and one of the greatest military geniuses the world has ever known.